Hi, this is Munson with Munson Music. I'm going to talk about how you play a song called Stay With Me by R5. And we'll end up kind of capering this on 4th fret to match the recording. We'll walk through a couple things in root position just in case you don't have a caping. And it does start with this cool little lick idea, actually kind of working 3rd fret on the B string to 2nd fret on the G string. It's kind of alternating between that. I'm actually doing that finger style, so I'm using my middle and index finger to kind of go from the B to the G. So kind of that 3, 2, 3, 2, 3, 2, 3, 2. And if you wanted to, you could kind of take the thumb to add in some basses to that. So you could start with the open D with the B string, kind of throwing in the middle index. Now you could also do this hybrid picking, kind of using your pick and then kind of working the fingers for the lick too. So whichever one's easier for you. And then we can do the same thing with the open A string for the bass note. And then we can do the same thing with the 3rd fret on the A string. And then we can do that same thing with the low E on the 3rd fret. So the bass notes that are backing it up are kind of a D note, open A, C, and then a G note. You kind of dig that through that intro part. Or you could just back that with chords by starting on a D major chord. And normally you do that 1st finger on the G 2nd, 2nd finger on the high E 2nd, 3rd finger on the B 3rd fret. And if you strum the D string to the high E string, that sounds a D major chord and it sounds really, really happy. Now round Ds in general, it can be kind of cool to lift the 2nd finger and make that a D sus2, or you could add in the pinky on the high E 3rd for the D suspended chord and kind of say some things around Ds. And then from the D we'd be going to an A minor chord. Normally do this 1st finger on the B 1st fret, 2nd finger on the D 2nd, 3rd finger on the G 2nd. If you strum all those together, that sounds an A minor chord and it sounds really sad. Now around A minors, it can be cool to lift the 1st finger, make that an A sus2, or you could add in the pinky on the B 3rd for an A suspended chord and kind of say some things around A's. Or you could lift off the 3rd finger and make it an A minor 7, or you could add in the pinky on the high E 3rd for an A minor 7. Or you may dig on an A7 sus, where you could do 1st finger on the D 2nd, 2nd finger on the G 2nd, 3rd finger on the B 3rd, pinky on the high E 3rd, which sounds slightly more unresolved, but that can be kind of cool actually. Because we have some A majors and some A minors running around in a tune. This could actually work for both of them that way. And then from the A minor we could be going to a C major. Normally you do that 1st finger on the B 1st fret, 2nd finger on the D 2nd, 3rd finger on the A 3rd. And if you strum the A string to the high E string, that sounds a C major chord and it sounds really happy. You may also dig on lifting off the 1st finger, making it a C major 7. Or you can add in the pinky on the B 3rd for a C major 9 and kind of say some things around C. Or another way to play C major 9, that might make that easier, is doing 1st finger on the D 2nd, 2nd finger on the A 3rd, 3rd finger on the B 3rd, pinky on the high E 3rd, and kind of working that for your C major. And then from the C, we'd be going to a G major chord. And normally you do this 1st finger on the A 2nd, 2nd finger on the low E 3rd, 3rd finger on the high E 3rd. If you strum all those together, that sounds a G major chord and it sounds really happy. Now you may also dig on putting the 3rd finger on the B 3rd, pinky on the high E 3rd for a G. That way you can kind of leave that 3 and 4 down. And through the tune, actually, there's a couple different rhythms that could work. You could work kind of an 8 down count, kind of a D, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, A minor 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, C, through that intro and kind of the first part of our verse. Or we could use a strum pattern. One of my favorite strum patterns for a 4/4 like this is down, down, up, down, up. So we took the D and just tried that a lot. You had down, down, up, down, 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 up, down, 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 up, down, up. So we tried that through our intro progression. We had the D, A minor, C, G. Especially later on in our chorus, actually, for me, I get really excited by the song on the chorus, and so you may want to gravitate towards a 16th note strum pattern on that part. And what I mean by that, and you have to get kind of quick. This is kind of an advanced thing. Skip over it if this seems over your head. But what I mean by 16th note is if you're tapping your foot of the beat. Right now, we're dividing our beat into 2 parts with our down, down, up, down, up. 1, 2, 1, 2, and that's called an 8th note. What a 16th note is where you divide that into 4 parts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And one of my favorite 16th notes, and what I was really kind of digging on for this tune, was a down, up, down, down, 16th note strum pattern. And what I mean by that is if you take the D and do a down on 1 and an up on 4, you'd have to kind of 1, 2, 3, 4, down, up, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's what you'd be doing on the first beat. second beat, you do an up on 2, down on 3. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 up, down, 1 up, down, 1 up, down. And then on the third beat, you'd be doing an up on 2, up on 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 up, 1 up, 1 up, up. And then on the last beat, you'd be going down, up, right along with the 1, 2, 3, 4. So down, 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 down. So all together, you got down, up, down. Intro. A minor, C, G. I'm really big on that. Big on that strum pattern. And then from that intro, then we go into our verse part, and we actually repeat that same progression twice. And then we start into our kind of our pre-chorus, something in the second half of the verse, where you go D major, and then we go to a B minor chord. Talk about some easy ways to play this. But normally you do this as a 2nd fret bar, 2nd finger on the B third, 3rd finger on the D 4th fret, pinky on the G 4th fret. If you strum all those together, that sounds a B minor chord. That sounds really, really sad. Now, if you lift the pinky, that makes that a B minor 7. And another way to play B minor 7 would be doing 1st finger on the A 2nd, 2nd finger on the G 2nd, 3rd finger on the high 2nd. Kind of dig on that sound for the B minor. Or if you're digging on that C major 9 and the G voicing, you can do 1st finger on the A 2nd, 2nd finger on the G 2nd, 3rd finger on the B 3rd, pinky on the high 3rd. And then we can kind of even leave the 3 and 4 down. Actually, we're going from the D sus to the B minor and then to the G. So you can kind of dig on working just that, so you can leave 3 and 4 down. And then from the B minor, we'd be going to an A major chord. And normally you do this 1st finger on the D 2nd, 2nd finger on the G 2nd, 3rd finger on the B 2nd. So it's a big party on the 2nd fret, man. Now round A's in general, you could lift off the 3rd finger and be having an A sus 2, or you could add in the pinky on the B 3rd for an A suspended chord and kind of say some things around the A. Or randomly, you could also use that A7 sus that we were talking about earlier for the A major as well. Actually, since it doesn't have a 3rd, you can kind of go either way on that. And then from there, we almost kind of repeat that. D, B minor, I almost end up with kind of a big hit on the A major chord at the very end of the pre-chorus, and then from there we go into our chorus part. And on our chorus we start on the D major, but then we go to the A major, but you'll hear this cool little bass note, actually the 3rd fret on the A string C sharp note, kind of come out of the A major chord. And you could just play A or A7 sus and not even worry about this part. But it can be kind of cool to take the 1st finger to cover that D, G, and B on the 2nd fret, and you can kind of get the 3rd finger of the pinky to go to the A 4th fret. And if you strum the A string to the B string, actually it's kind of an A slash C sharp, an A major with a C sharp in the bass. And then from there we go to a B minor chord, and then we got our G major, and then we kind of repeat that. So we got D, A slash C sharp, B minor, G, before we kind of come in back on our verse. From there, we'll be just repeating a lot of those things we've been talking about. Now, the weird part is to play along with R5, though, instead of starting on a D major chord, they're starting on an F sharp major chord. So to play along with the recording, what you want to do is take a capo, and if you put the capo on 4th fret, then now your D major is really an F sharp major. Your A minor is really a C sharp minor. Your C is really an E major chord. Your G major is really a B major chord. And the A major is really a C sharp major. And I guess that's everybody, yeah. So if we take it from the very, very beginning, you may want to try that intro part, actually, kind of that open D with the 3, 2, 3, 2, 3, 2, 3, and the open A, 3rd fret on the A, 3rd fret on the low E. So kind of working that around that, I think can be a really, really cool way to kind of work that. Or you could try any of those strumming options, kind of D, A minor, or maybe on the down, down, up, C, G, or if you're quick enough, you could use the 16th, kind of the D, A minor, C, G. Like I said, it's just really where I get excited. All of a sudden I want to switch into that pattern. And then from there we be going into our first verse. So our D, A minor, cool to mix that up too. There we'll be going into our chorus part. So D, A/C sharp, D minor, G, D, A/C sharp or A, D minor, G, and then from there we'll be going into our next verse. Now one other thing I think about adding to the song though is bass notes. A lot of times on that first down, of the down, down, up, down, up, you can throw in a bass for the chord. So the D, you'd have the D for the bass, and the A minor, you'd have the A for the bass, and the C, you'd have the A for the bass, and on the G, you'd have low E for the bass, and then on the A/C sharp, you'd have the A for the bass. Kind of working that through the tune. So we try our next verse with the bass down, up, down, up. Now the D, A minor, on the 16th pattern, you could add basses to that and make it a bass, up, bass, up, down, up, down. I know this would be really, really quick, but if we tried the verse that way, that'd be into our chorus part, which you can really do either way. And actually, our second chorus is kind of a double chorus, so we end up doing that 4 times. So D, A/C sharp, D minor, G, D, A/C sharp, D minor, G. Playing on the 16th. Into our bridge part, you can really do that either of those ways. So B minor, G, D, A, minor, G, D, and kind of come in with a little piece of our pre-chorus. D, minor, From there, then we go into our last chorus. It's another double chorus at the very, very end. So you got kind of B, A/C sharp, D minor, G, D, A, minor, G, But that's the basics of how you can strum through Stay With Me by R5. So good luck.